All right, Jack, what are the two things you think of when I say Gold Coast?
Well, you're obviously thinking of two things, but it could be big, beautiful boats.
Yep.
And probably bad shirts, just like the one you're rocking today, Trav.
Oh yeah, oh no, I'm just sorry about the noise. There's Joel Ryan getting choppered in for his new job at Edencraft. So we're at the Sanctuary Cove International Boat Show. This show, for me, it's about the haves and the have trailer boats, yeah?
100%.
All the shit kickers out here with us, looking at trailer boats, knocking tinnies. But then to get down here, you've got to wear a shirt like this. You've got to sort of move the Maserati out of the way, pull out the black Amex. And we're trying hard to live in this space, aren't we? But it's just not accepting us. Our boat is not accepting
No,
it.
we live in this space. Don't be so hard on yourself, Trav. We've got the Black Watch. It's got a flybridge. And if you've got a flybridge, you're part of the gang. Just ignore the fact that it's currently not running at the moment and on a trailer down in fucking Victoria somewhere waiting some new outboards.
The Mercury guys are just over there. Get to work, Jack. So we're here at the boat show. We're pumped. Lips are pumped. Other things are pumped. And we're going to give you our 5 favourite things at the boat show. My number one, Jack, would be the sailfish, that 30-foot sailfish cat on a trailer. If I was going to go around Australia, that'd be it. Nothing gives you more square metre floor space. That walk-through transom is, every bit of that boat is just dedicated to game fishing and touring, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing. It's oversized though, so you're going to be having to tow in some difficult conditions. If it was me, I'm ditching the trailer, I'm just fueling it up and I'm going to drive it all the way around Australia. That would be the go.
Fair enough. Ash from Web Marine is going to tell us a little bit about it.
Ashley from Web Marine and Sailfish Catamarans. First time we've ever showed at the show is our Sailfish 3000 Game Fisher. We've always had a 2800 Game Fisher that we displayed at the show, but this year we've gone one step further into the 30-foot space. This was a directive from a customer to create the ultimate trailable sports fishing boat, and basically that's what it came out like. It is absolutely brilliant. So starting from the front, what we did on this boat was we put our platinum front end on this, so you had a separate toilet and shower and a separate double berth with a mattress. We've gone custom designed this helm. Well, it's our standard helm, but we've made this to suit his electronics. So you've got two 16-inch Furunos in the dash. You have your helm master station. On this side, just to give you some drawer space here, and a small powered fridge down here, but really focusing on 82 litre fridge freezer that comes out of the side there. As a departure from our Platinum series, the Game Fisher series is designed to keep the boat open. It does, you know, go on from that express style cruiser that you see is very, very popular these days. It really opens up and just maximises all the space you're going to get on that footprint of your boat. Yeah, screen looks fantastic. So he wanted just to have that additional screen out the back. We built that in there. It's tucked in out of the weather. Yeah, second station's a great feature. So to bring that captain right into the fray, either when you're fishing and manoeuvring the boat, or if you're pulling the boat into a marina, the second station is a brilliant option. So when that came out with Helmmaster, we were, you know, really, really excited, and we've had a good uptake on it as well. So we've mounted these seats a little bit lower than you would find traditionally, and we've also angled them back so that you are tucked into the boat, you're under the shaded roof, and the slightly angled back so that when you're leaning in for a day, it takes the fatigue right out of the body. This customer wanted a little bit extra space, so what we've done here is we've made two workstations, one on the port and one on the starboard side. You can see this is quite a generous one with a lip all round so that your gear isn't sliding off in rougher seas. And yeah, great area to work from. And you've got a secondary one here as well. With all our catamarans, one of the biggest benefits that we find is that people love our walk-through transom. It's a fantastic area to fish out of. So if you're on, you have the ability to walk all the way to the back of the transom. You can fight a fish all the way around. Great clearance for the motors. Back we kept nice and low and functional. So we went to a cutting board down, instead of elevated cutting board, a lower cutting board for this customer. 2 live bait tanks, a hot and cold water sink just for a quick wash down. But we've also put in a couple of hand wash stations over the side of the boat, just for cleaning the hands nice and quickly. So looking up, what you can see here is we've got Fusion panel speakers built in, so they're multi-speakers in there. They're a fantastic unit to use. We use them in all of our boats. We've got extra rod holders built in here on the roof. Up to your teaser reels, up here. Cabin fans. Rooftop ventilation with fly screens, and those are also they're also in the front cabin as well.
What about you, Jack? What else? What else do you like?
The next one's got to be the floatables. Now, a bit of a controversial pick because it's not really a boat, but in terms of living life on Sydney Harbour, it's all about maximising the ultimate amount of space around your boat. You want to be in the water, you want to be having fun. These things are the Cadillacs of having space out of the water. You can leave your lily pad at home. These are the ones.
What's wrong with the old like rubber from Clark rubber roll out 3x2?
You should see that every time I try and roll that thing back up, it fucking ruins the day every time. These things are premium.
All right, well Ryan's the man. He's got laryngitis, but he's going to do the best to tell us about floatables.
Yeah, my name's Ryan. I'm from Western Australia, and we started up floatables about 12 months ago. So with floatables, the goal that we had was to enhance people's experience, but also give them the real estate to be able to do that. The real estate to be able to do that on the water and give them the space off of the boat. Like, I have 3 girls, and a boat gets really tight really quick with 3 girls, and obviously the missus. So, and then your friends jump on as well. You need a little bit more room. So we created these docks just to give her a little bit more real estate and space for everything on the water. Some of the key products we got, one of our most popular is the water hammock, which is a bit of a social butterfly for us. We designed the U-docks to be able to go around the motors and just create a space and a stable platform so that you and your family, your friends can walk straight off the back of your boat to a stable platform that you can party on pretty much. Hang out, set up your table and chairs and chill out. Get your kids out, get your mates out. It's an enjoyable platform. You can set up however you like, set multiple together and see where it takes you.
All right, what's your next pick?
My next pick would be the Tasman 80. It's a 28-foot pocket-sized game boat. We sort of live in this space. We live in this space because we have no money in our bank account, but we have a giant pile of bills for Mercruiser parts. But the Tasman 80, that could change everything for us. One thing about the Tasman 80, he's using about half the fuel we're using in the Blackwatch for the same distance and about the same speed.
It's pretty cool. That thing's actually a shaft drive as well, which is awesome for that size boat.
Yep.
Like, very unique. So let's talk to Jason Hutchins.
8 metres long, 2.8 metre beam, so she requires over-width sign and flashing light on your car. Once you've done it a few times, it's not that big a deal. Seems to scare a few people off. But she does 32 knots top speed currently, still working on the prop, and she cruises at 24 knots, burning 36 litres an hour. It's a very cheap boat to run. Me and a few mates fished out of Burmese for 3 days. We did 10-hour days and we burnt 176 litres for 3 days fishing. And slow trolling live baits, we're burning 1 to 2 litres an hour, and skip baits 2 to 3, and lures 3 to 4. So the numbers are really good. So in here, we've got the Yanmar. So that's the 8LV, 370 horsepower Yanmar. Shaft driven, 2-inch shaft, swinging a 19 by 20 inch prop. So the main goal was to get the engine under the floor, and to achieve that we had to raise the floor height, and then to keep the stability as good as it is, we had to increase chine beam. So everything on this boat we had in the back of our minds needs to be serviceable. So you've got full access to the shaft, seal, rudder bearings, all your steering equipment, batteries, circuit breakers, everything. We've got the helm area up here, we've got a Garmin 16-inch screen. We've got the bow thruster here, which works really well with a single screw. And then we've got the cabin down below. with a queen size berth. And we've also got a sink for fresh water. Aft helm station. 2 insulated kill tanks, a live bait tank here. So another part of the design element with this boat was to make every part of the boat as user-friendly as possible. So we've got a nice walkway with non-skid up here, grab rails fall to hand, then we've got the bow rail, no trip hazards, and a nice flat foredeck. I've got 3 kids, and anyone with kids knows that they want to go everywhere and anywhere. So we've even put non-skid on the roof, and it's structural, so a grown man can stand up there. So we kept the foredeck as flat as possible with non-skid everywhere, minimal trip hazards. So if people want to do a bit of top water fishing up here, they can. It's a usable flat space, often forgotten about in boats. This boat, motor and trailer package starts at $385,000.
So the next one, and I'm gonna have to take your word for this one though, Trav, because I haven't seen it yet in the water, but Honda, you reckon it's a good thing?
Yeah, no, Honda is in one of my top 5. So Honda is a sleeper, yeah. It's like best mate that just is very quiet, sits in the corner, doesn't drink any beer, doesn't cheat on you with the missus, but he just doesn't have any riz, but this is gonna, I think, change the perception for Honda. It's the new 5-litre V8. That thing sounds unbelievable.
Tell me about that cowling. That was it's like a stormtrooper.
Yeah, no, it does look damn sexy. And when you take the cowling off and look at the motor, it looks like they've really sort of pulled the weight forward towards the transom, which I think is really going to help with the balance. They are late to the V8 party, let's face it. There's others there in that space, but Honda don't do things quickly. But I think if it's everything that we know of Honda, it's that and more.
And for this last one, you're going to have to follow me. So this is the E-Nautic Wave Flyer. Wait till you see this thing on the water. It's insane. It's literally flies above it. We're going to have a quick chat with the CEO, Paul Steinman, right now.
My name's Paul Steinman. I'm the CEO of E-Nautic. E-Nautic is a Perth, Western Australian-based technology company. We develop electric hydrofoil technology, and this little craft behind us is the Wave Flyer Volare. It's a 3-metre long hydrofoiling boat. Flies about 1 metre off the water. It's got a joystick control. It's super simple to fly. Your kids can fly it if they're allowed to. It's got about 4.5 hours of endurance, 100 kilometres of range. It takes 1 hour to fully charge. So it's built out of aeronautical pre-impregnated composites and then cooked in an oven to keep it nice and light. The hydrofoils themselves are extruded aluminium, so they're 100% recyclable. Super light. It's a mechanical assembly, so if you do happen to damage some part of the foils, you hit a rock or whatever, that part's replaceable and you can bolt it back on. The price of the Volare is 140,000 Australian dollars. There's a bunch of, use cases. The obvious one for this show is as a garage toy for a super yacht. Basically fits in the same rack space as a jet ski, so you can take a jet ski out, put this in. The other use is, and again, this Sanctuary Cove area, shoreside living or residentials that are on the shoreside. It's a way to get up and down your canal or go to the golf course, go down to your mate's place and have a drink without creating any wake, without creating any noise and no smell. So really it's a way to operate on the water without annoying anyone else.